Tonight, from Las Vegas, Nevada, Super Bowl 58.
So it all comes down to this. We are ready, and Super Bowl 58 off and running from New Orleans. Pulls it in at the 13. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And Walker has it. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Sticking with Walker on second down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Packers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Hearns, the man in motion right. Play action. It's Herbert. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Everyone rolls into the Super Bowl saying, hey, I'm confident. I'll just do what I did before. But let's face it, you got to be wary of the jitters going into a big game like this. Super Bowl's unlike any other game you're going to play.
And now he's starting out 0 for 2. We'll see if he can rebound. Hearns the man in motion right. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Completes it to Hearns. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Herbert back to the air. Escaping the pressure right. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is, finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 9 now. He rifles one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Herbert off of play action. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a first down as well.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the second quarter. Here comes Hamler on the jet sweep. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third down, they're going to run for it here. That is not going to be any help as they dump it behind the line of scrimmage. On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson.
This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt.
McPherson's kick is good,
and that will extend their lead even further.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
And some room to maneuver. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
Back to Walker on first down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
2nd and 11.
And here's a diving catch made behind the line of scrimmage.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw.
Looking for Campbell downfield.
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Back to throw now on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. He finds his man, complete. It's Walker. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl. Up the middle, here's Walker.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Throw out wide to Walker.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. In motion right is Smith.
They'll run for it. It's Walker.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Third down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7.
You see that celebration from him after that stop? Those corners don't normally have the chance to get behind the line of scrimmage and hand them big losses. So when he got that opportunity, he certainly made it a memorable one.
And now the Packers going to take another timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on third.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
Flushed out right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And we'll see how much they want to push things, leading already here 10-3.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Here's Walker.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Back to throw here.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And his kick is good. And that'll bring them back within 4.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
1 second, all that remains.
Flush to his right. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he's got it inside the 10. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The
Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. On the ground with a tight end. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. On the slant, he's got Hardman. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. On the move to his left. This pass caught by Hamler. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
They'll try to run this one in. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Packers will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58.
We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. He'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Daxton Hill picks it off.
And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Taken from about the 12.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown.
McPherson on for the point after.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the 4th. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down. They'll set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Packers are going to get it back here just past the 35. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And some room to work.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's Herbert. This is complete. Finds his man Hearns. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Herbert operating from the red zone. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in.
Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, Herbert. Touchdown, Packers! Albert O from 13 yards out.
And the Packers are starting to pour it on at the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive 1st and 10.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
It's caught, Smith. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Dancing to his left. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Forced out to his left. Catch is made by Hardman. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown.